Hi friends, welcome. I'm Juliana Salazar with Viva Naturally, and in today's class, I'm going to talk about natural solutions for healthy living with doTERRA. I remember many years ago when I was first introduced to doTERRA, I wasn't really sure if the natural solutions were going to help me because I had tried many things, natural and otherwise, for different things such as health, issues with digestion, and skin, hormones, and hair, and it was just a variety of things, chronic fatigue, and I had nothing to lose. I was very intrigued, so I did my research. I started to look more into not only the essential oils that doTERRA has, but also some of the supplements and other components, the history of the company, their values, what they stand for, how they get the plans, all of that, and I was very impressed. I actually also talk to specialists, experts that are working with these raw materials from with the farmers in different parts of the world all the way to the consumer, which, is all of us that try the oils and the supplements. And I was just blown away by all the things that I was finding out. And of course, I had to give it a try. And by the way, doTERRA stands for the gift of earth. So after this, I started to try different things. I started to see improvements. I also changed my own lifestyle, was eating healthier, was doing exercise and doing different things in my day-to-day life that helped me to recover over time. And this was the beginning of my health and wellness journey. Not only was I healing and allowing my body to heal using these natural solutions that we're going to talk about today, but I also started to share with people around me that became interested because they noticed how much better I was getting. So I started to just get more into health and wellness naturally because I originally went to school for business, finance, and I had my master's in engineering management. I've done all sorts of career development trainings, professional development, finance leadership development programs, all sorts of things. And going into this industry of health and wellness was very different, but I love both. I love both just as much. Business, health and wellness, it's all part of my life. And after that, I started to realize, well, this is really growing in general, like the amount of people that need help, me being interested in this, and my interest and passion grew over time for natural health. And I decided to become a holistic health coach. So I started like that. And then I went off to study traditional Indian medicine, also known as Ayurveda, which is derived from India. And it's one of the oldest health systems in the world, more than 5,000 years ago. It is very powerful. I practice it too. I implement it with the essential oils and also yoga because I have my certification for yoga. So I love to teach yoga mostly for the mobility component to help with the rest of Ayurveda and the oils. So along with that, I did other certifications such as the aroma touch technique, aromatherapy, and different things. And the focus of this class in particular is going to be about the essential oils, natural solutions with doTERRA. Now, if you want to follow along or perhaps even after the class, download the PDF version of today's presentation, you're more than welcome to do so. You can just click on the link below. And then if you stay till the end, I'll announce a promotion and opportunity if you're interested in getting started with natural solutions. And if you have any questions, you can put them in the comments below, or you can reach out to me via email or the social media platform. Social media, we have Viva Naturally. I have one for just the oils, my.natural.essentials on Instagram, or you can also email me directly at juliana@vivanaturally.com. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so here's a preview of what that PDF looks like that I was just saying. If you want to download it, you can. It's got like a few pages in there. And we're going to talk about now all things natural solutions for healthy, empowered living. So let's start with asking a question. Why are you even watching this video? Is it because you have something in particular that you want to improve, or you just simply want to maintain a healthy lifestyle? Maybe you're open to listening to healing modalities that can support your life or even those around you in the household and everything else. Are you in need for safe, effective, and affordable health solutions? Is that something that you know will make a big change in your life? Well, I just want to let you know that you have choices and anything is possible as long as we have the tools and the support. So let's talk about a little bit of what we have in today's world, which is what we call the modern approach. It focuses mostly on the symptoms and how to ease the symptoms, take the pain away, or make something better, etc. It's really just designed to manage the symptoms at a top level, like the tip of the iceberg. But it's not really hitting the root cause. And sometimes there could be side effects with some of these modern approach methods that could end up harming us more than doing us any good. And that's why I always like to research behind anything that I come across just to make sure that I know or reach out to those experts that have a really well understanding of anything that I'm learning about. In this case, we know that healthcare can be very pricey. And whether we go the modern approach or the natural approach, we want to do whatever we can in our daily lives to prevent having all these healthcare costs. Well, about 6.5 trillion is spent a year on global healthcare. And, that's keeps growing over time. And is this making us any healthier? Just managing the root causes or just managing the symptoms and not the root causes? Some of these approaches or methods are man-made and they only have existed from a couple hundred years ago, if that. Where on the other side, we have the natural approach, and this has existed for much longer because it's produced by nature and it is way more natural. We're not trying to cover the tip of the iceberg or trying to cover just the symptoms. We're really getting to the root cause, addressing what the body and the mind need. I'm talking in particular about things that are from plants, and we have in different varieties, whether dry herbs or in oil form, right? Just to name two of the main ways to get benefits from plants from a healing perspective. And the ways that these plants can help our lives is really overall, not just physical, but also emotional and mental, which is really important because sometimes they're connected. So if we address the root cause, it'll also help other things to get better over time. And then the best thing is that there are no side effects, where maybe with man-made protocol or the modern approach, there may be side effects. So now let's get into specifically one of the ways to get these natural solutions from plants, which is via essential oils. If you're new to essential oils and you haven't heard of the following definitions that we're going to talk about, I encourage you to open your mind and listening to what this particular definition is, because it's a little bit more different than maybe oils from over the counter or online and other places. The quality is super important. So not only will you learn about essential oils, but how to use them and how to get them in your home. First of all, essential oils are effective. Why? Because it contain natural aromatic compounds that are extracted and distilled from plants for health benefits. So as you can see here, this peppermint leaf is magnified. I think it's like 100 times or more. And over on the right side, you can see the oil sac, right? And so basically, if you were to squeeze the leaf, or maybe more easily to compare, if you were to squeeze the peel of lemon or an orange, you can see a little bit of that oil come out. Well, that's the essential oil. It comes from the plant and is not man-made. And that's why essential oils are effective. So the other part of this is that essential oils pass through the cell membrane. So here we have a picture of the cell. On the outside of the cell, we have potential harm from bacteria. On the inside of the cell, there could be things like viruses and other things that penetrate and could cause a lot of harm to the cells in our body over time. And over at the top right, you see here, there's like these little wiggly lines. They're going into the cell. And those are the essential oils because they are able to penetrate, and they comprise of hundreds of different compounds. They have complex and versatile abilities to combat many threats without building up resistance. And most importantly, essential oils work with the body to address issues and root causes at, as you can see, the cellular level, not the surface, but the cellular level. Here's something for comparison now that we're talking about oils and the dry herbs, in this case, or fresh herbs, dry or fresh herbs. When we have essential oils in oil form, they're much more potent in the sense that, in this example, 3 pounds of peppermint equate to 1 bottle of peppermint oil, 50 milliliters more particularly. So if you think about it, you only need 1 drop for perhaps what it would take a lot of more leaves of peppermint. It's more affordable, it's pennies per dose, and it will last longer too. And also, you don't have to worry about the peppermint. Maybe not everybody can grow their own peppermint leaves, or even maintaining it and making sure that it doesn't go bad over time. Something else is that essential oils are not made equal. The essential oil industry keeps growing, and unfortunately, there's a lot of companies out there that do not have rigorous testing to ensure the safety and the quality of the oils. And something that I know for sure, because I've seen it and I've talked to the people that do these research and these tests, that doTERRA has its own standard process of ensuring that all the oils are safe and pure. They're the most tested and the most trusted. In fact, here we have a graph of how much, just to give you perspective, in the industry of essential oils, how much of the oils are synthetic. Majority of them here in the gray part are synthetic. They're probably used for fragrances, perfumes, and different things. They're not doing us any good. And in fact, sometimes those essential oils that are synthetic, are mixed with other ingredients and chemicals that are harmful to our body. So now we're talking about disrupting our different rhythms and different systems, and we don't want that, right? So then the other part of essential oils in the market are food grade. So they probably are to give flavor to a juice or soda, or some cookies or different things, different food that they wouldn't have been able to otherwise, because since it's so potent, essential oil form is much more potent than the dry or fresh herb. Some companies use that for food. Okay. Now, even that, since we're ingesting that, is it really the best quality? Can we really trust some of these food companies that sell products to have the best quality possible? Perhaps yes, perhaps no. So now the last part of it here is doTERRA's quality and purity standard, which is CPTG, and that stands for Certified Pure Tested Grade. Because they're highly tested, they go through stringent third-party testing to ensure the authenticity and the potency of each bottle. In fact, you can go out to the website and look for the testing of any particular oil that you have. There at the bottom of the oil bottle, there's a number. And when you go to this website and put in the number, it tells you when it was tested, the result, and everything else. So rest assured that you're getting the best quality of oils with doTERRA. And that's all I can speak for, because I've used doTERRA for so many years and it's only been goodness. The other part of it is that the oils from doTERRA are derived from plant extracts that are harvested in their natural habitat. These are the places all over the world that grow the best. In other words, if we know oregano grows best in Turkey, for example, then that's where we're going to harvest the or fresh oregano from in order to make it into essential oil. And not only does it stop there, but we also work directly with the farmers in doTERRA, to the farmers in different parts of the world, in order to give them the best compensation, help their economy, their health system, their education system, so that those communities can thrive, because now it's a partnership directly with the farmer to ensure that they're well taken care of and living a healthy lifestyle, and that we get all the goodness from the plants that they harvest all over the world. And that's really important to me. It's one of the reasons why I have been working with these essential oils. I've incorporated them into my practice because I know that the people that are responsible for harvesting are well compensated. And in fact, we can get involved with different projects and go out there and see for ourselves everything, and help the community even more. So then the other part of it is that the essential oils from doTERRA are free of fillers, free of harmful contaminants, because they're highly tested. It ensures that there's no other contaminant that may have, gotten in the way of the process from the farms and other parts of the world over here. And that guarantees the safety as well, to be able to use it on a regular basis. Okay, now on to how to use doTERRA essential oils. There's three main ways to use the oils. The first one is aromatic. So the way that we know the most, in fact, before I even knew about essential oils, I had heard of them a little bit, but I'd never really tried them myself. I knew that people would just use them in diffusers, and that's the most common way people think that essential oils are used for, aromatic. This could be putting a drop on your hand and having a couple of deep breaths and smelling it directly, which could help to open airways, improve mood, freshen the air. Then another way to diffuse or use the oils aromatically is to put them in a diffuser. And there's different types of diffusers out there, whether in the car, in the bathroom, in the rooms, in different places. There's so much variety out there, but this is one way that I like to use essential oils, in fact, on a regular basis. I have my oils here, and I like to use them even when I'm doing classes. So this one is one of my favorites. It's peppermint, or supermint, actually. This is one of our new ones. It's very uplifting, and I just enjoy the smell as well. But we know that it has beneficial properties, and that's something that little by little you'll learn as you become involved and use the oils. Everything that I share, there's so much more that we can go into, but for the sake of this class, we're only going to cut it down to like the basics and highlight the most important parts. But definitely, we can spend a lot of more time talking about different ways you can use essential oils aromatically in your home or anywhere you go. The other convenient thing about essential oils is that you can take them wherever you go. You can use them at home. You can take the bottle, different sizes, make rollers, make things at home. And then another thing I love about doTERRA is that if you're not a DIY person and you don't want to make your own soap, hand soap or shampoo or conditioner, and you want to swap all of the products you have at home for more natural options, because it's part of our lifestyle, that things that you use at home for personal care on our body, or any supplements and cleaning products that we use at home, if those have synthetic ingredients, if they have chemicals, they're toxic to our bodies. And even though we're not taking them orally, they could still affect our health. And that's one of the things that I was doing wrong and was affecting my health many years ago. So thanks to doTERRA, I switched all of my cleaning products and my skincare and all the things little by little. Of course, I tried other things. I tried other brands that call themselves natural, but I always had to go through the headache of reading the ingredient, ensuring if it's actually natural or if it's not. And it's a lot of it is marketing. And now I have peace of mind that everything I use in my home, from cleaning to personal care, hygiene, and healthcare, I can trust because it's the same company and it has so much value to provide. So let me give you an example of how you can use peppermint. Since I just use Supermint, here's an example of just a peppermint bottle, which is one of the most popular oils that we have. Peppermint just alone has a cooling sensation. It helps promote feelings of clear breathing and can release occasional upset stomach by applying topically. But we haven't even gotten to topically yet. Just smelling it, you can actually get the benefits. It is very energizing. People use it when they want to focus or maybe when they have some tension in their head or any kind of physical discomfort. I love peppermint a lot. The other way that you can use essential oils is topically. You can apply them to the bottoms of your feet or affected areas to target specific needs. I like to use them in rollers a lot. So I either make my own rollers or I buy them already made. And that's one of the easiest way that you can use essential oils if you don't have a diffuser, or if you have a diffuser and want to use it in other ways when you take them on the go and all of that. Other areas that you can apply the oils are in your wrist, behind the ears, behind the neck, in pulse points, right? Or any areas of concern. And then definitely don't apply oils inside of your ear or inside of your nose or inside of the eye, like any orifice. You don't want to. There's some oils that you could take internally, and we'll get to that next, and with safety precautions. But aside from that, I would say specifically like peppermint, for example, since it's pretty strong, you don't want to apply peppermint like right around the eye. Like I would stay away from the eye area. And just like anything else, just being a little bit cautious if it's a little strong, like the mints. But now let's go into an example of how you can use topical. So Deep Blue is one of my favorite oils. In fact, I use the cream. It comes in a cream and it comes in a stick. And the stick comes with Deep Blue and another oil that we have copaiba together. So you have options. By the way, you'll see that there's different ways to use these oils. In this presentation in particular, we're just going to stick to the oils and few examples, but there's so much more that you'll learn little by little. Deep Blue, you can apply before and after a workout. It could be used to calm and comfort massages. So you can take it, if you get massages, you can take it with you and ask the therapist to use that oil. Or you can do that yourself and then apply it to muscles after a long day. If it's maybe whether you have a physical job that you actually have to move a lot, or if you have a job that's a desk or on a desk and where you sit for a long period of time, both we want to take care of our bodies. And one way to do that is with Deep Blue. If you sit on the desk and are constantly looking down, applying it to the neck and shoulder area will definitely help, even in the back. And then if you know it's going to be a busy day or you're going to be lifting things and moving around, then definitely be proactive and use your Deep Blue oil in the low back. The third way to use essential oils with doTERRA is internally, and different ways so you can use them are 1 drop or few in water under the tongue, like frankincense. People like to use frankincense and copaiba under the tongue, or into a veggie capsule. It's an empty veggie capsule that you put the oils inside, close, and then take them in with water. And then in this particular way of consumption internally, the only oils that can be taken internally in doTERRA are those that in the bottle, it has a supplement label. It says supplement facts, and it says that can be taken internally. It would literally say on the bottle. So before you even put a drop of oil in the water, please look at the bottle and ensure that it says it can be taken internally and it has supplement facts. Only the oils from doTERRA. I would never recommend any other oils, essential oils particularly, to be consumed internally at all. Even if they claim to be natural and everything else, please be careful. And then with that, I'd like to say as well, don't purchase doTERRA essential oils or products from Amazon or third parties. Those are 99% most of the time altered and they're not authentic. So you don't want to create any harm in your system with things that are not authentic or real or natural. In this case, like we talked about earlier, doTERRA's essential oils are certified pure tested grade oils. An example of how to take essential oils internally with doTERRA is On Guard. On Guard is our protective blend. It has a combination of herbs and spices that combined help support the immune system. It helps to also, some people use it to clean the air or disinfect surfaces because it's really helpful for getting rid of the bacteria and germs and things like that. So the ways that could be taking is to put a few drops in the capsule. And there's people that don't like the taste of certain oils, like some people don't like frankincense or copaiba or On Guard, so they don't want to taste it in water or under the tongue. In fact, I would recommend On Guard better in a capsule because since it has clove and cinnamon, and those could be a little bit spicy, so might as well just put it in a veggie capsule and that's good. You can also diffuse it in the air to cleanse the air, but there's so many ways. On Guard could also be used topically. We have On Guard in also capsules form, like gel capsules that are already made, and they have a couple of other plants that are in those capsules that are really, really good for immune support. And those are super convenient because you can take them on the go and not have to use the oil. We also have a whole line of On Guard cleaning products, from disinfecting spray, multi-purpose cleaner, and hand soap. There's so many things that you can use On Guard with or for. And we have the products already made so that you don't have to make them. But if you want to make them, you can too. I prefer to just get them already done and made and make the best use of them at home. And then On Guard also could be used in a roller to apply to the bottoms of the feet. Again, this is just an example of the main bottle, but there's different things that could be used as well. Just like the deep blue, we have the cream and the stick. On Guard, we have different ways to like just different physicalities. Okay, so now how can essential oils help you? What's in it for you? How is this related to natural solutions? Well, you want to make sure that you have the right tools at home in order to help live a more healthy and empowered life. I will say, this is just me sharing my testimony, that I no longer buy things from the pharmacy whenever I have a headache for any given reason, or if there is any physical discomfort or anybody at home feels a certain way, like tummy aches. We have an oil or supplement or something from doTERRA or from Ayurveda that helps us. And so those are much more natural, 100% natural, I should say, solutions than things that we used to get at the pharmacy. And in our experience, it has been a game changer. And be prepared for anything that could come. There's so many examples that we have. Little by little, you'll start to learn a whole supplement line, a whole nutrition line, a whole support, different systems, like a whole wellness kit for digestion, for sleep, for emotions, for physical discomfort, for, I mean, you name it. So it's a very complete overall overarching tools that we want to have at home and be able to use when we need them. And then there's things like self-care that are, aside from health, self-care, like what do we use for shampoo, conditioner, things like that. We have a variety of products that are already made that we just use, like my shampoo, conditioner, my skincare, body care, everything, even toothpaste. Here we have on the right side toothpaste are super handy and cleaning as well. So here's a quick preview of the supplement line. Probiotics with prebiotics and digestive enzymes. I mean, we can talk about this all day, but now I want to take a quick pause and ask you, you can pause the video after we talk about this so that you have some time to write this down or think about it. Before we continue on and learning about natural solutions and everything, I want you to think about your own particular health priorities. What are 3 things that you want to feel less currently? What are 3 things that you want to feel less moving forward? And then what are 3 things that you want to feel more? You're welcome to pause this video and write it down. In fact, I encourage you to do that. That way you have this very clear in front of you. Get it out of your mind. And then once you know what that is, both sides, then you can have options that are not only natural, but very simple. So I'm going to mention a few things that we have. And again, we're talking about the oils, but we have them in different forms too. But those 6 things that you wrote down, what you want less of, what you want more, we can create something customized for you based on those, what we call goals, right? Well, eventually those will turn into goals. And then we'll be able to help you get started with a protocol towards using natural solutions in daily living. Now, let's get back into some things that maybe that's part of what you wrote down. So just take notes or listen to the following examples, especially because we're going to touch on different systems of the body. So first, the respiratory system. We have breathe, which is the respiratory blend. It also, like On Guard, has a combination of plants that are really well for supporting our breathing. It's also good to use before or during a workout, since we know our breathing pattern changes when working out, and also when sleeping. Before going to sleep, I love to diffuse breathe, to have it on overnight. And overall, the main focus is to help ease breathing and clear airways. Okay, it's also good to support the change in seasons. So when people have symptoms or things that happen when the season starts to change and seasonal threats, things like that, you can use Breathe to support that. The second essential oil that I absolutely love is Digest Zen. This is the digestive blend. It helps maintain healthy gastrointestinal tract, helps reduce bloating, gas, and occasional indigestion, and ease feelings of stomach upset, such as after you eat a meal and you feel really full, or maybe you ate out and you unfortunately didn't have control over what was served. So there's things in there that may have caused any feelings of upset in the stomach. And Digest Zen, this is a bottle, but we also have the soft gels. We have other tablets to help with different parts of the digestion. You can apply Digest Zen topically. There's a roller, you name it. And it's very convenient because this one could be used topically and internally. The next oil is oregano, and this one is, there's a lot of studies on many of these, by the way, but oregano, you can take a look at that as well online. It is known to be highly supportive of the immune system and digestive system. And it is really good for cleaning. In fact, lemon is too. Lemon and oregano are really good for cleaning. And sometimes I just add a few drops in there in my multi-purpose cleaner if I know I need to clean like tough stains or things like that, and it works so well. And it helps internally too. So now when you take oregano, internally is very strong. So I advise you that you do ask your coach, either your coach that works with these oils in particular in doTERRA, or ask me, because you do want to learn how to take certain things in a very specific way. Like oregano would not be an oil that you would take internally every day. It'll have to be used for specific reasons under the guidance of a practitioner. And also I like to say that none of this is meant to be medical advice. None of this is meant to, be anything, a protocol that you have to follow for any particular disease or condition or diagnose or cure, anything like that. These are just tools that you can use with the guidance of someone that is skilled in the oils and in your, medical practice life. So another great oil that is actually known all over the world is tea tree, and also known as melaleuca. You'll hear both terms. This oil helps rejuvenate and cleanse the skin. It relieves skin irritation, and it's also used to clean the surfaces. Lavender is another popular oil, but again, the quality is so important. So I sometimes compare lavender from doTERRA and like lavender from another store that I see local, and I'm just blown away. Like, why do I even bother? But sometimes I do that to show people too. Like I have it at home just to show people and compare, like peppermint. Like you can tell right away the difference by just smelling peppermint and lavender and some of these like oils, eucalyptus, that you find. But we do have our own blends in doTERRA, so those you can't find anywhere else unless they, fake the production. So lavender we know a lot of, and there's a lot of studies about lavender, even on PubMed. It helps to soothe irritated skin, promotes restful sleep, and calms the mind. Even during the day, it can be used. It creates a calm and peaceful atmosphere and can be applied after a long day in the sun. And lavender could be used topically, internally, and aromatically. Serenity is our restful blend, is one of my favorite blends, and I love to diffuse this at night. Every night I like to put it in, I have a diffuser in every room. So I put this one in my room, and it really helps to relax, to decrease stress, to get that really good quality sleep by just diffusing. If you want to, you can always also put it under the feet, rub it either in a roller bottle or directly with a little bit of oil if you like, and then you'll start to see the effects, because this blend also has a combination of different plants that together help to relax, to de-stress, and to have really good quality sleep. Serenity also comes in soft gel capsules, so you can take that internally and have Serenity diffused. But the oil itself, that one should only be applied topically and used aromatically. And then the soft gels that are also Serenity, those in particular can be taken internally. Okay, so fractionated coconut oil is another tool that I love to use as a carrier oil. The one that we have is really good quality. It's therapeutic grade. It's really good to mix with some of the stronger oils like oregano or on guard, or even tea tree. If applying topically, diffusing, you don't have to use coconut oil when you diffuse, but when you apply things topically, carrier oil is a really good way to not necessarily affect the quality or the effects of the oil. It's not going to make it any less effective. It's just going to not only help to for sensitive skin, so to avoid any like a little bit of sensitivity, only with the stronger oils like lavender, that one I apply directly. But oregano is like more strong, and some of the like spicy oils like clove, that I would blend in with some coconut oil. And then the other thing about this coconut oil is that it helps with the delivery of specific areas that you can apply, and it's good to like for massages. Okay, another amazing oil is Adaptive. Adaptive helps to boost mood. It has a great capacity to help people work and focus and study wherever that is, and increase feelings of tranquility, especially if feeling anxious, overwhelmed, stressed out, things like that, like fluctuating emotions, not being able to concentrate. This is called a calming blend because that's what it represents. Adaptive. It's also one of our specific blends from doTERRA only, and it has, like the other blends, a combination of plants that together have this powerful effect to calm. And it could be used during the day, at night. In fact, we have a kit that has three things: the adaptive oil that you see here, we have the adaptive capsules that can be taken internally, and then the roller, which is very convenient because you can take it on the go and apply it topically. So all three ways we have for adaptive. Frankincense is my favorite oil, and it's also the king of oils because when in doubt, frankincense will take care of pretty much anything. In fact, there's preclinical studies that suggest it supports healthy cellular functions. I looked this up and I was also blown away by how much there is to frankincense. It's so ancient too. We see it, it's in the Bible, it's mentioned in other places and scriptures, and we know that it has a very powerful effect, not only physically at the cellular level, topically, but also emotionally and mentally. The other oil is lemon that I want to share with you. This is a citrus oil, and any citrus oil has a benefit of cleansing not only the body when used internally, but also when used with cleaning products. And I use it in my water to cleanse. Every morning, a drop of lemon in water, in a glass of water, helps to cleanse the system and prepare it for the current day. And some people suggested for soothing an irritated throat and to neutralize any odors in the room or the environment. Here's another simple solution that is super effective. I've had a lot of testimonies on TerraZyme. This supports healthy enzyme production for normal digestive process. As we age, especially after ages 25 or 35, our enzymes begin to decrease and the ability to digest then could get compromised depending on your lifestyle and the things you eat, when you eat, all of that, and your physical activity too. So even if you have a relatively healthy style, if there are certain foods that are a little bit heavier to digest, or perhaps when you go out to eat in restaurants and don't know really what ingredients are using to cook or enjoy, just be able to enjoy your meals when you're traveling and out and about. I like to use TerraZyme for that reason and to help with, gut health, because it helps also to promote nutrient absorption. So even if we eat really healthy, how do we know that those nutrients are getting absorbed into our system and helping us have a healthy life? And then it speeds conversion of food nutrients to cellular energy. So it's not just about helping break down the food, but we have absorption, improvements in absorption, and conversion of nutrients into cellular energy. The deep blue stick, I mentioned it a little bit earlier ago with the deep blue oil. So the stick is different than the oil in that the presentation is not just like an oil form. This one is an actual stick. So it won't leave like an oily residue or feeling. Although I would say that usually essential oils, when applied topically, they are really well absorbed, unless you use a carrier oil like coconut oil and something like that. That will probably remain a little bit, sticky. Like I applied Supermint just a little while ago, and it's not greasy or anything. It's absorbed by the body, and that's how you know it works. So even more important, you want to make sure that what you put on your body, it's natural. Even lotions and soaps and things like that. This deep blue stick is good to use before and after workout to soothe after a long work day. Some people use it for headaches or like head tensions. You can roll it into your muscles, an area of discomfort. This one in particular not only has the deep blue blend, which has, again, different plants, a variation of plants combined to support any physical discomfort. It also contains copaiba. Copaiba is a resin of a tree that grows in Brazil, and it's really supportive for things like any inflammation, any pain issues with physical discomfort, things like that. So people use that also for emotions to help anxious feelings. And this has the best of both because it's combined deep blue and copaiba in stick form. So now, are you ready to be healthy with daily habits? And that's a question that may be something that you are already doing. Perhaps you're already doing relatively well with your eating habits, your exercise, your sleep is okay, and you just want to either take it to the next level or look on some areas to potentially improve. Or perhaps you haven't even gotten in that direction yet. You want to start your wellness journey in improving your lifestyle, your habits to feel better inside out. And I like to say that one of the ways that I was able to recover from, history of health issues were with the number one product that we have in doTERRA called Lifelong Vitality Pack. And this is also known as LLV. It is the number one product and it has 30-day satisfaction guarantee. It's top seller. We have it in two forms. Here are these little kind of like to go form because they're not in the bottle, so you can conveniently take as many as you need when you are going to travel. If you know you're going to need a few and not take the whole bottle in these little sachets. Or over on the right side, there is the actual 3 bottles that are 30-day supply, but initially you can start with half a dose, so that's what they recommend, and from there work your way up. So technically it could initially last you 2 months. And the 30-day satisfaction guarantee is essentially how much confident doTERRA is with the quality and benefits that it can bring into your life. Okay, so now I want to give you an overview of what, a day-to-day may look like using some of the things we talked about, but put it into like a summarized day-to-day example. First, if it's something that if you're looking for, like, remember the goals that you wrote down earlier, if you're looking for more energy, less discomfort, physical or otherwise, better mood, improve the quality of life, improve health overall, the daily habits that can support that using some of the things we talked about are: number one, Lifelong Vitality Pack. That's the the packet we just saw earlier. 2 capsules each morning and noon meals is what it's the recommended dose. Digest and Terrazyme, so those are the digestive enzymes supporting the digestive system. 1 to 3 capsules with each meal. Lemon oil, which is good for health or for cleansing, and that could be taken 2 to 3 drops in water 2 to 3 times a day. Frankincense for cellular support, 2 to 3 drops under the tongue and swallowing, or in a veggie capsule. doTERRA On Guard, when needed, can be used to support the immune system, 2 to 3 drops in water, or the veggie capsule, or perhaps even the soft gels, the ones that are already good to go. And then the Breathe Vapor Stick. So remember how I talked about the Breathe oil that helps the respiratory system? Well, that one also comes in a stick, and that could be applied topically. That's really meant to replace the Vicks Vapor Rub that has petroleum and a lot of crazy ingredients in there. So if you're someone that likes to use Vicks Vapor Rub, this is the best option that you can replace it for. Highly recommended. It could be applied to your chest, breathe in deeply, enjoy the cooling sensation on the throat area, and is the alternative of the oil, so you can use it on the go. Then we have PB Assist, which we didn't even talk about yet, but the PB Assist is the probiotic and prebiotic combined to help the gut bacteria to have a healthy digestion, and that could be taken 1 capsule a day as the recommended dose. Okay, now let's talk a little bit more about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, or also known as LLV. We mentioned it prior, but now I want to get into what it has and what are the benefits. So first, this bottle here on the left is a Microplex VMX. It is bioavailable multivitamins and minerals. So, vitamins A through Z and the minerals, all the things that we need. The food that we consume today, the soil that it's grown in, even if, let's say, someone eats relatively healthy, organic, mostly produce and less processed foods, or almost no processed foods, if you're someone that eats relatively healthy, even those foods are either imported from other places, so they're not really technically fresh, or perhaps they don't have the amount of nutrient density that they used to many years ago. So I know I saw somewhere, I read somewhere that 1 apple of like 5 generations ago, in today's society or world, you'll have to eat like 3-4 times as much, so like 4 to 6 apples in order to get the same amount of nutrients from 1 apple a couple of generations ago. And that's something to really think about, because that's just one example. What about all the vegetables and all the other fruits and the things that we consume to nourish our mind and our body? It's not enough. And we can't be consuming pounds of food per meal because our stomachs are not going to take it. They're not big enough to digest all that food. And we shouldn't eat that much anyway. We shouldn't overeat. Now, the second bottle is the Alpha CRS Plus. It's antioxidant, cellular energy, and longevity. And the third one are the omegas 3, 6, and 9 fatty acids and 9 essential oils. So you're getting really the best of everything with these 3 bottles, Lifelong Vitality Pack. Some of the benefits include antioxidant and DNA protection, eye, brain, and nervous system function, healthy inflammatory response, more energy and less discomfort, comprehensive nutrition, cardiovascular health, immune function, and digestive health, just to name a few. So now moving on to the last part of our class today is how do you get these life-changing oils and related products into your home? Well, you can choose a kit that has the best savings or have an individual customized order. There's benefits to both, but if you want savings and you want something that can help you target different areas, not just the supplements, for example, this one kit is a great option. And it's called Healthy Habits Kit because it includes the Lifelong Vitality Pack that we just talked about, the probiotics and pro and prebiotics here, and then the TerraZyme. In addition to that, there's the Deep Blue that we did discuss. Deep Blue Rub, this is the cream form. So instead of the oil and the stick, the cream form here, which has lasted me for so long too. A little bit goes a long way. And then in addition to that, 4 essential oils, of which I think most we already talked about. Tangerine, everything we talked about, lemon, tangerine is incredible because it's also citrus, so it could be applied in a similar fashion. It could be taken in water first thing in the morning. Lavender is the oil we talked about earlier today. Frankincense, the king of oils, the best for everything. Balance is the grounding blend. It's really good to help balance our day-to-day stressors and just in general. I love the way that it smells too. And then On Guard is our protective blend that we also discussed. This Healthy Habits Kit right now is at $195, and this is a savings of $113. So otherwise it'll be plus $113, but that's discounted and you can get it for just $195. And in fact, you can also get additional bonuses when you order this kit with me, because I like to use these great tools as they are, as tools. But the education, the onboarding, the coaching, the ability to have someone there to talk to if you're not sure how to use something, and everything else, a few other gifts and benefits that you'll get from me are automatically included without, regardless of which kit you choose or which order you place. This is another kit, Healthy Start Kit. It's got 10 of the most popular oils that we have in doTERRA, of which some we talked about. We talked about Deep Blue, oregano, On Guard, lavender, peppermint, frankincense, breathe, lemon, tea tree, and digest zen. We talked about all of them. This kit in particular, the oils are in 5 milliliter bottles, and it does include with a diffuser. So if you don't have a diffuser, this is a great option. It saves you $25 from the retail price. It's also free shipping. All of them here are free shipping, and it includes the other bonuses that I'll get into in a little bit of what I can provide for you. Then if you want to really, really transform and start in other parts of your home, not just with the supplements and the oils, you can start with this kit called Natural Solutions, and it is $450, a savings of $239. So if you really can and want to start big, start making big changes in your home and in your health, this will be the best option. Now, their kits also, because they're bundled together, the kits are a much better deal from a cost perspective than if you get things individually. So I hear you if maybe you're thinking, I'm just going to get 3 things now, and then 3 things next month, and then 4 things the 4 month. Well, if you can, I encourage you to really, really try to get everything at once, especially if it's a kit, because you'll get the most savings and you'll still have things that will last you for more than just a month or two. Okay. Now, this kit not only has the supplements and the oils that we talked about, it also has the carrier oil, the coconut carrier oil, the deep blue instead of the rub. It has a stick, and then the probiotic, the enzymes. It has Correct X, which I really like for, again, like if I got in a cut in the past, I use that to help heal, or any like a mosquito bite or anything like that. I use it for like an ointment, a natural ointment. It's got the brief stick, a diffuser, and you also start to use the On Guard toothpaste. It has the On Guard toothpaste, the On Guard sanitizing spray. So instead of using those conventional hand sanitizers, you can have your own and take it with you on the go, because this On Guard sanitizing is one of the best things that I use every single day. And then the On Guard Plus, which is the protective blend, the soft gels form, and then the different oils. This other kit is called Home Essentials. It comes with a diffuser and is the same thing as a Healthy Start that has the 10 popular oils. But the difference is that these are in 15 milliliter bottles as opposed to the 5 milliliter bottles. So the other one was 160 and this is 270, but you're still getting big savings of $122.50. Whatever kit you decide to get, or again, if you want a customized kit, it includes a gift goodie bag from me, a wellness coaching session, a private group forum that you'll have access to for support, exclusive access to free health and lifestyle education and resources that you'll be given on a regular basis, and even free courses, actually, educational courses on healthy lifestyle and wellness. And you'll also have that free wholesale account that I mentioned for a whole year. There's no purchase requirements, but most importantly, you'll have access to me if there's anything that you need aside from our consultations, because we'll have an initial consult, but after that, we'll have follow-up sessions. And then work on your health goals. Those goals that we did earlier that I asked you what you want less of and what you want more of, that I'd love to help you get started and use these tools as a resource to achieve your goals. Also, take into consideration what you eat, your daily lifestyle habits, and also exercise routine, things like that. And that's something that I can also coach you on because I have experience with that as well. Okay, so if you want to get access to all the kids, and perhaps you're watching from a different country that's not the United States, or you want to have another language set up, you can look at everything here on my doTERRA website by going to vivanaturally.com/doTERRA. Okay, so when you do that, and it'll take you to this website here that I'm sharing, and then from here it'll say region, so you can select the country that you live in. If it does not show up here, then you can select other global access country and just follow the steps. If you want to change the language, you can. You hit continue, and this will show you the latest kits that we have and the option to buy or pick your own products. So with that, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you actually liked the video, please give it a thumbs up on YouTube and share it with others. Subscribe to our channel, Viva Naturally, and that's so that you can stay up to date and get notified on anything that we post here related to wellness, lifestyle tips, resources, oils, and all the other topics that we have within Ayurveda, also promotions. And like I said, we have an Instagram that you can go out there and follow us at Viva Naturally or at my.natural.essentials. That's where I post most things about doTERRA. And then you can comment below if you want to and share what are your main takeaways from this class. What did you learn from? What did you take away from it? And then, yeah, if you have any questions, reach out to me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.